we start to cultivate that sense of self-love and do the inner work to meet our shame, to meet our pain, we also start to see where our expectations lie in another. And we can only ever see anyone else through the lenses of our own experience of trauma, our own experience of how vulnerable we can allow ourselves to be, how safe we feel in our vulnerability, how perhaps joyful equally we might feel in our vulnerability. And yet we all have that same longing to be loved, to be held, to feel safe. And in order for that to happen, we have to be seen. We can't be loved if we're not seen, because there's parts of us that aren't being seen. And so how can we love those parts that aren't being seen? And how do we navigate then the expectations that we have on others to love us the way we want to be loved? And yet, oh, here's the cat again. And yet to be able to drop those expectations and just to allow those people and allow everybody and allow yourself more than anything, just to be who you are, to travel through the world with as much compassion and kindness as possible, to allow yourself to cultivate that kind of connection with your own vulnerability, with the own essence of you. Because of course, the more vulnerable you allow yourself to become and to sit with and to be comfortable with, the greater the love inside us becomes, because then we start to really love what people say is the more difficult parts of ourselves. And I remember, an ex-partner of mine, when I was in a particularly vulnerable place, going, "Oh, we have to toughen you up." And I'm like, no, we don't. No, we don't. I don't want to be toughened up. I want to be softer. I want to be more vulnerable. I want to be more open. I want to just be able to be so truthful and present in my existence that, and you love me or you don't love me. And of course, for I think a lot of people, vulnerability is scary, and it's certainly not what a lot of men were taught to be able to do, and it's not what a lot of us were taught to be able to do, whether male or female, but particularly male. And yet there's such beauty in vulnerability. There is so much love in vulnerability. There's so much joy in vulnerability, and so much just, I don't know, it just opens you up to the essence of us. And then if we can sit with ourselves and our own depths of vulnerability, yes, we want to be met there. Yes, we want to be seen there. But we have to just trust that people can only ever see us from where they are, in the same way that I can only ever see you through my eyes, through the lenses of my own experience, through the lenses of my trauma, through the lenses of my healing, through the lenses of my heart, the lenses of my own vulnerability. And I can empathize, and I can be there for you, and I can hold space for you. But your life is your life, my life is my life. And how do we navigate that how do we navigate that? And how do we just sit in our vulnerability with comfort and be able to be empathetic and sit with another, in their vulnerable hearts, and just to, meet from vulnerability to vulnerability, heart to heart, soul to soul, connection to connection, and just allow someone else to just strip away some of the barriers, I suppose, that we all put up to a greater or lesser extent to protect ourselves, or we think we're protecting ourselves from being hurt, from being hurt, or from our needs not being met, and well, that's hurt too. But yet our needs will never be met if we never open our hearts to receive them, and our needs will never be met if we don't open ourselves and be true, because no one knows what our needs are. So how do you sit with your vulnerability? How do you sit with your needs? How do you sit with your another? What are your expectations of another to allow you to just be present in it? Sorry, my cat's like all over my computer making lots of noises, obviously wanting lots of attention, and obviously feeling very vulnerable too. Look, there she is. It's one of my cats anyway. See, even the animals get it. Even the animals get it. Just love me. Just love me. Love me for what you can see, And I drop my expectations about what that might be like. And I can choose whether I want you or not, right? And I would choose whether I want to be with you or not, but that's always my choice. But I can open to it, right? That's what we can all do. We can all open ourselves and just open that door, and let's see what walks in, eh?